What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of Proceed with Caution. If you are here now, that means you're the first viewer, the first person. Sorry, my allergies are acting up. Don't worry about it. My nose might be red like Rudolph the reindeer. It's almost Christmas. Anyways, it might stay that way. But that's not the point. You are watching Proceed with Caution, where we talk about the truth and nothing but the truth. If you have a problem with it, you can go watch those other podcasts or listen to those other television shows that tell you nothing but lies and clickbait and don't show you exact proof. But if you want to stay here and find out what the truth is and learn new and explore different things with me, then you can stay. Today, we will be talking about consequences and free will. A lot of people get free will and take it as a misunderstanding, right? They think that there's not consequences to free will. But trust me, there is. For example, I like using this example not because I turned 21, but you go to a bar, you exceed your drinking limit, and you know where your drinking limit is, but you want to be prideful and you want to hang out with your friends so bad that you're like, oh, I can go past my drinking limit, it's fine, nothing will happen. Then you get behind a wheel. None of your friends want to drop you off. It happens all the time, so don't say, oh, it never happens, it's once in a lifetime. No, it happens all the time. You get behind a wheel. You're swerving, cops aren't there in time, and you hit another car. Now, there's two things that could happen. The family in that other car could be injured or dead. So, the consequence of your actions, because you wanted to let your pride get in the way and not just stop drinking when your limit is, you possibly killed another family. Now, it doesn't stop there. Now, that family's family has to mourn. Now, if that dad or mom or whoever is in the car has kids, have to mourn. The grandma has to mourn. The grandpa has to mourn because you wanted to go past your limit of drinking. Consequence, free will of bad decisions have consequences. Stop thinking that when you make a bad decision, good results happen. No, when you make a bad decision, bad things happen. How do I know? Because I make them almost every day. I do things like I have a lust issue that I'm working on, that God is working on me, working through. I am working through with God. Lord, I couldn't get my words out. But eventually, if I don't stop, there's going to be consequences to my actions. So I understand that, but sometimes I let my pride get in the way, or sometimes I like to psych myself and trick myself and tell myself, hey, well, this is the last time. This is the last time I'm going to do this. This is the last time I'm going to do that. This is the last time I'm going to lie. This is the last time I'm going to deal with lust. This is the last. But you can't trick yourself. You can't do anything without God. And that's just the truth and nothing but the truth. So if you can't accept that, then you'll have consequences. What is the consequences? Call it afterlife. There's heaven and hell. There's some people who are going to go to heaven. God's going to say, you did well, my good and faithful servant. Enter the gates of heaven. Okay? Then there's going to be some people who he spits out of his mouth and says, depart from me, I never knew you. Those people made bad decisions. Now, God let them have free will, but if your free will of your bad decisions controlled you that much, that you're risking being with God, then why would he want you in his kingdom? He sent his son, his only son, here, and we prosecuted him, and we killed him because we wanted to do bad decisions, orgies, and lie, and not accept his name, all because of fun. By the way, the Hebrew word for fun is called fool. So every time you can have joy and things like that. That's what the real word's supposed to be, is joy. But the word fun means fool. So every time you say, oh, I'm going to go have fun, I'm going to go have fun, I want to go have fun, all I care about is fun, you're saying, oh, I'm going to go be a fool, all I care about is being a fool. That's basically what you're saying. This is the thing. We got to start looking up the meanings of these words, because what Americans do, what the government is doing, is they know we're not going to look up the meanings of these words, so they make up words to dumb us down. That's, and you can say I'm being woke, Ezekiel, you're just being woke. No, I'm telling you truth. I'm telling you facts. Go look it up. Now, free will with bad decisions with the celebrities, yes, it doesn't occur. It might seem that it doesn't happen to celebrities as much. What happens to the celebrities that they pick, like R. Kelly. You know, R. Kelly did what he did, and he got locked up immediately, right? Why is it taking Diddy so long? Think about that. R. Kelly's locked up right now. Bill Cosby just got out. Why is it taking so long for Diddy to get locked up? The proof is there. I'm waiting for the excuses in the comments. They've had so much proof since I was in my mom's room. I almost said something else. Sorry, YouTube. Explain. So my point is, Hollywood will only pick who gets consequences. That they will always do that, but they can't pick when they are taking their last breath, right? Because at the end of the day, God's the judge, the ultimate judge. So, you know, good luck. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, you might be able to get away with it on Earth, but there's a little saying that Denzel Washington said. That's why I respect him so much. But I respect him now. I haven't seen anything bad about him. So, again, I don't know. I'm not in their heads. So, Denzel said, it was when the Will Smith and Chris Rock thing happened. But Will Smith said that, Denzel Washington said, the devil will mess with you when you're doing something good. And when you're doing something that's trying to change people's lives. He won't mess with you when you're sinning. Why? Because he already feels like he has you. Now, can you change? Can you repent? Yes. But it's going to be 10 times harder because he already has you. Why do you think it's taking me 10 times harder? And because every time that I try to quit lust, every time I try to quit looking at videos I'm not supposed to look at, it's harder. But that's what I'm supposed to run to God. We want to give in. Our flesh wants to give in. Well, we have to kill our flesh. We have to eliminate our flesh. We have to make the right decision with our free will. So God, when we die and go to heaven, we can say, God can look at us and say, you were a faithful servant. You can come into the kingdom. That's the ultimate goal, guys. So, this was Proceed with Caution with the Truth. The first episode was about consequences. Again, if you can't accept the truth, don't come to this platform with hate. You will get blocked. No, actually, you won't get blocked. I'll look at them and I'll respond to you with love. But I still want everybody out there to realize to proceed with caution. Peace out.